So it's got to be said, the biggest film in the world right now is Spider-Man No Way Home, clocking over $600 million as I speak. I'm guessing that it has because really it was a bit of a juggernaut over the weekend, wasn't it? So really glad to hear that. What I'm not glad to hear about is the take that Tom Holland has right now about who should be the next Spider girl, boy, man. Well, I don't really know. Whoa, what? What's going on, man? So take a look at this article from CBR.com. Tom Holland says it's time for Spider-Man to step aside for Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman. No Way Home star Tom Holland is ready to move on from Spider-Man. Now, okay, let's just hold your horses there. Emily Zogby, this was published 4 days ago. I wasn't aware of this article, by the way, guys, so I was kind of shocked when I heard about it yesterday. It was trending quite hard, just like Thanos' fist on a toilet bowl. But oh my god, this is just really weird. I've loved every minute of it. I've been so grateful to Marvel and Sony, but it's time for me to wave my middle finger at them and start a family and become a school teacher. I kid you not, in this article, Tom Holland entertains the idea of early retirement because he wants to move on, possibly. It's all hyperbole at the moment, folks. He hasn't really said, I'm quitting Spider-Man. He can't do that. But yeah, he does have a take that he would like to become a school teacher, start a family, maybe with Zendaya. Those are my words, not his, but he keeps his love life very private, so he's a very smart guy. Tom Holland is of the current generation who are indoctrinated, so they embrace the woke politics, the woke narrative of entertainment. Unfortunately, that's what it is. I always moan about the fact that I wish I was born in this time, but when I look about how youngsters are getting everything handed to them on a silver plate now, I'm kind of glad I'm not one of those people. I'm kind of glad I was born when I was born, so I get to sort of stand back, not look through rose-colored glasses, just to see how everything is falling apart in front of me. I don't want to be responsible for holding back the next young person that comes in who deserves it just as much so, Holland said. I'd love to see a future of Spider-Man that's more diverse. There's that D word again. Maybe you could have a Spider-Gwen or a Spider-Woman. We've had 3 Spider-Man in a row. We've all been the same. It would be nice to see something a little bit different. And of course, if you saw No Way Home, Jamie Foxx drops that very not so subtle dialogue to Andrew Garfield, in character of course, about the fact that there should be a black Spider-Man in the universe already. Which means though, if that was the case, if Miles Morales was beating Electro's ass to a pulp and then he finally unmasked himself, would Electro then be more forgiving for the fact that a fellow brother beat him up? I don't know. That's a little bit of a weird one, actually. I don't know what the future of Spider-Man looks like, Holland said in a previous interview. I don't know whether I'm going to be part of it. Spider-Man will always live on in me, and I know that No Way Home producer Amy Pascal and the studio are keen to figure out what the next chapter of Spider-Man looks like. If that happens to be with me, then that's very exciting. But you know, if it's time for me to walk away, then I'll do so proudly. Okay, right. So, let me give you my take about this, okay? So, a female-led superhero at this time, in this current climate where superhero films are massive, it's going to be a hard sell. So look at Helen Slater when she played Supergirl back in 1984. Now, when I was around at that time and I heard the news, I didn't roll my eyes. I was aware of who Supergirl was, and many people were just like, yeah, whatever, okay. I mean, you're still living and breathing the Christopher Reeve Superman, so when they released Supergirl, it tanked, it bombed. It tanked so hard, it got Razzie Awards. The Salkinds, the people behind the original Superman film, they had to sell the rights to Superman to Canon Film. And then, of course, we got Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. The less said about that abomination, the better. But it's embarrassing if you're a Superman fan. Well, it's the same with me. I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I still refuse to talk about Spider-Man 3, even to this day. So, if you're going to sell a character like Spider-Gwen, how would I do it? If I were to entertain the idea, if I was Amy Pascal and I was thinking about bringing Spider-Gwen into the next trilogy of Spider-Man movies or Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, you got to make her about 17 or 18. Give a real punky kind of streetwise attitude. That's what I'd want. Not someone prim and proper, like a more raucous version of the Haley Steinfeld version that we got in Into the Spider-Verse in 2019. I want something a bit more like that. Whoever you choose as the actress to play her, please don't make her Rachel Ziegler 2.0, because God enough, that woman is already insufferable as it is. So but what I would say is introduce her slowly into the Sonyverse. Do it slowly, see how the audience reacts to her. If they like her, great. If they don't, just don't use her. Now, so the thing with Spider-Gwen, a bit of a contentious play on who actually owns the copyright, but I do believe Sony does, because they were the first to come out with her in that Spider-Verse movie I mentioned already. So Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, that could be, that's definitely a character where you can use her both in the MCU or the Sonyverse. But I think to appeal to younger film goers in the future generation of cinema goers, make it Spider-Gwen. And look, I'm not encouraging this idea right now, but then she could probably evolve into Spider-Woman, or Spider-Woman takes over the proceedings. But it's going to be a hard sell. Now, the CW Supergirl, I couldn't stand that show. It was just so woke beyond belief. I mean, look, that character of Kara El-Zor, so unpopular in the CW version, they had to bring in Tyler Hoechlin as the CW Superman to prop her episodes up. And the episodes that he did appear in, they were so popular with the viewers. And people were saying, why haven't we got a solo Superman movie or Superman series on CW? See my point? So it's a bit of a strange take for Tom Holland. And yes, it is a bit of a virtue signal. I hate to use that phrase, but he is kind of laying that foundation. And I'm wondering what Amy Pascal must be thinking. Like, oh my God, Tom, what are you doing? Yeah. It seems that Tom wants to walk away from this role. He even said in an interview recently, if he's still playing Spider-Man by the time he's 30 years old, he must be doing something wrong. Well, I can interpret that in two ways. Either A, that's all he's going to be known for from now until forever, or he's just not that good an actor, but he is, and he won't be cast in anything else, which remains to be seen. I mean, after Spider-Man, it will be, I don't think even the Uncharted films are going to do that well, because to me, he's not Nathan Drake. He's just a guy cosplaying as his favorite video game character. So folks, were you even aware of this take from Tom Holland? It's a bit disappointing to hear this, especially on the heels of a movie which currently is just riding the wave of being a feel-good movie without SJW, agenda, or identity politics within its main frame. So I don't know, folks. It's just a really, really odd one. I just kind of groan and I think, oh my God, it feels like you've just converted somebody into your favorite new religion and they're just spouting off babble like non-stop. It's not Scientology anymore, but oh God, can you imagine the Scientologist got hold of Tom Holland? God, that would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? So guys, if you enjoyed this little thread of mine today, don't forget to slap that subscribe button right into the corner of that ring. Don't forget to like this video. And more importantly, if you feel like it, you can also comment below. I'll be very interested to hear what you have to say regarding this little fluff piece from Tom Holland. On that one, folks, take it easy, and I'll see you on my next video.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed.